but the Belleville Area District Library Board meeting for December 2020, please come to order. And I would ask the secretary to please call the roll.
Okay. Chehevitz,
Here.
Lawson,
Here.
Uriga,
Present.
Priest,
Here.
Stoudemire,
Here.
Peters,
Here, finally.
Hughes, here.
Okay, then our next item is the approval of the agenda.
So moved.
It's been moved by Riga and supported by Dawson that the agenda for this meeting be approved. Are there any questions or any comments about the agenda? Hearing none, then a vote is in order. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
We were
Aye.
back.
Aye.
We're back to- the
I'm
roll call
sorry.
votes. Sorry.
We have to do the roll call vote. So Alma, would you please call the roll on the approval of the agenda?
Chehevitz,
Here. Yes.
Dawson,
I'm with her, yes.
Uriga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs, yes.
With that, the agenda is approved. Are there, and I don't think there are any. Our next item is
Minutes.
the minutes
Mhm.
and the approval of the minutes.
November 10th minutes.
Right. Thank you, people. There we go.
I moved the September 10th minutes be accepted as read.
I just have a couple corrections.
But will you support the motion, Linda, and then ask your
Yes.
question? Okay,
Yes.
it's been moved by Jariga and supported by Priest that the agenda be, that the minutes for November be approved. Now, Linda, what were your concerns about the November 10th?
Just a couple minor things under number 5. It should be defined. And then in number 6, humidification, there's just an A missing. But the one I noticed was under trustee comments, my name wasn't there. She just missed my comments and I don't even remember what they were. So she could just put in no comment. That's okay. Because I don't remember what they were.
That's what happens when you have a teacher on board, you find mistakes.
I'm glad that you have identified all that. We have record that you were there because of the picture that was in the paper, but
Oh,
that picture, I faded away as a gray ghost and it was hard to see anybody else in that picture, but we were all there.
yes, yes. Okay, so
With those corrections, and John, you accept those corrections in your motion?
Yes.
Okay, it's moved and supported by Priest that the minutes as amended.
amended?
The minutes
As corrected.
as amended be approved.
Okay.
Okay, now we are to public comments. We do have one member of the public. I believe Rosemary is here. Oh. Did we not do the roll call vote?
did not do the roll call vote.
Oh,
Oh
man.
dear.
I'm sorry, Alma, I'm trying to save you a bunch of worry, but
Oh, that's okay. Not a problem.
because it is a virtual meeting, we are required to do roll call votes on every item. And so I'm asking Alma to please call the roll on the approval of the minutes.
Okay, that's going to be Chehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stottlemyre,
Yes.
and Hughes Grubs. Yes.
Good. Now, the minutes have been approved and appropriately voted, and it is time for public comments. And the only member of the public that I see on here is Rosemary, and she is muted, but Rosemary, if you have anything you want to say, now is the time. Hearing none, then I do not believe we have any public comments for tonight.
No comment. Thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Well, thank you for attending our meeting. Thank you very much. Let me see. At this point, we have a few resolutions that we want to do. And the first is establishing and authorizing the signatories for the MERS contract. That is going to require a roll call vote, but we want Mary Jo to explain what this is about. This is a technicality from what we've already done.
Okay. Last month you approved the MERS addendum. This is just another piece of housekeeping to approve the fact that the board chairperson and library director can act as signatories for MERS. And currently, that's Sharon and myself.
Mhm.
So we would need a motion to establish that.
We will need a motion and a second. Who's moving it? Excuse me?
Madam Chair, I make a motion that we accept the MERS contract.
The signatory.
The
We
signature.
identify the signatories.
Yes.
And I'll second that.
It was, okay,
Priest.
moved by Jariga and supported by it was supported by several, but I heard Priest. So Jariga and Priest.
Roll
And
call.
is there any comment or concerns before we ask the secretary to call the vote? I don't see any. So Alma, will you please call the roll for vote on this?
Yes. Chehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stottlemyre,
Yes.
and Hughes Grubs. Yes.
That motion has carried with no dissenting votes, so the resolution is adopted. Now we have several roll call votes coming up. One is with this, it's due to the current situation and the reality of remote working. We have a policy that we need to approve for the pandemic. And again, before we move this issue, I'd like to refer back to Mary Jo so that she can give some explanation, and then I'll entertain a motion.
Due to the health department ordinance regarding COVID that's currently in place and the MIOSHA emergency rules that are in place, any work that can possibly be done from home remotely must be done remotely. On top of that, we also are required by MIOSHA to have a remote work policy that is in place during the pandemic. And so that's that's the document that's in your board pack. This is thanks to Foster Swift law firm that handles some library matters that we attend to. They've been compiling these for libraries across the state. So it's just very easy for them to give us their document. And basically it kind of codifies what we already kind of have in place. If you work from home, you have to basically work your scheduled hours, the same schedule that you have while you're at work. You need to work in a place that's as free as possible from distractions. And any equipment that you take home with you, you must treat securely. And that is misused.
Did Ann Sherink require the VPN? Or was that something you guys were able to do anyway, so you included it?
Both. I mean, we already were doing that on our side of it. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I motion that we approve the pandemic remote work policy as presented.
I'll second.
It's been moved by Stonemeyer and supported by, was it Dawson or Chehevitz? Dawson. It's been moved by Stonemeyer and supported by Dawson that we approve the remote work policy as presented. Is there any discussion?
Yeah, I just wonder, how do you measure the work done by people at home? And how many at this time do we usually have?
Well, we have a very public facing staff. Much of our workforce actually needs to be in the building on the front line serving the public. So this does not pertain to them. We're specifically looking at a lot of the professional level positions, librarian positions, and they all have tasks that they can do from home, such as ordering books, planning for programming, and things of that order. We do have a little remote work log that everybody fills out that clocks like what project they were working on. For example, if they were updating our website and how many hours, how much time they spent doing it.
Does anyone have a visual contact with this stuff afterwards to like judge it or?
We can kind of tell by what they're doing, how long it takes. We have a pretty good idea. So, I mean, we do, some of this you just have to rely on the honesty of your employees.
Gotcha.
I do know, commenting on that, I do know that the work product of our people is phenomenal. There's wonderful things going through the internet to our patrons. So I know our people are producing good work.
Yeah. If anything, it takes longer to work remotely.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get in touch with everybody and do the things that you need to do. It's a much more cumbersome process.
Yep.
Nice
I agree.
to do your work.
So this is just basically the reality of life during the pandemic, and we're fortunate in this industry that people can do as well, and that our people are so technologically able that they can not only do so well, but they can help some of us who are not as technologically able to figure out what we need to do to keep on functioning remotely. So anyway, I think that it's been moved and appropriately moved and seconded. So Alma, would you please call the roll on this one?
Chehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs, yes.
All right, this motion has carried with no dissenting votes. And,
God bless you.
pardon?
Sorry.
Did you have something you wanted to say, Mary Jane?
No, I was just saying, God bless you when Joyce sneezed.
Oh, yeah, God bless the sneeze. And we can move to item 7. The next couple of things are very simple approvals that we'll need. I'm sorry, I have a distraction here. The distraction is my beautiful little granddaughter, and I know she might be trying to call her very own self because she won't stop. But anyway, so I'm going to rush through this so that I can call her back. But anyway, we have item 7 is the approval of our regular meeting dates for
Madam Chair.
2021.
I make a motion that we approve the Belleville Area District Library 2021 meeting dates.
It's been moved by Jariga and supported by Tanya Stoudemire.
Yeah, second.
Okay, though Jariga and Stoudemire second. And the dates are listed and pretty much the same. There's nothing different on this, Mary Jo, than there has been in the past, is there?
No.
Right. These are our same dates. These are our same holidays that we have had in the past. So these are the same regular meeting dates that we've had in the past. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alma, will you take the roll on this?
Yes. Jehevitz,
You're muted, Joy.
I sign.
Yes.
Okay.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs, yes.
All righty, then that item passes with no dissenting votes. And now we are to the approval of our closure dates, and that's holidays and other closures that we're ordinarily not in business on. And I don't think there's any differences in these than what we've had last year.
We took away the Strawberry Festival stuff because there's no Strawberry Festival.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. That's quite actually a big change for the community, but
It's a positive one.
Very positive.
okay. And that's our Belleville residents speaking up loud and clear. So is there any other comments about the closure dates?
I motion that we approve the 2021 Belleville Area District Library closure dates as presented.
And I will
Okay.
second that.
Support by Priest. Moved by Stoudemire and supported by Priest that the closure dates for 2021 for the Belleville Area District Library be approved. And any further discussion? Alma, would you please call the roll again?
Yes. Jehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs, yes.
Good. Then now we have handled all these areas where we had to have roll call votes. I appreciate everybody going through this and doing this all right. And now we can move to committee reports. And again, our main functioning committee is our building committee. And I will move to Joy for a report on what the building committee has been up to.
Our last meeting was last week. I had to join it a little bit late, so if I'm missing anything, somebody jump in. Brown Dog came and measured cubicles for more mailboxes. The dishwasher is fixed. The key panel is going to be installed, may have already been installed. There was in some lengthy discussion on a system for temporary art, and there was going to be some follow-up with members of the art committee. Hennessy is the engineers that work for the city, and if you remember, we had given them a significant check, somewhere around $80,000 for their services, which they would reimburse if for whatever they haven't used. And Dean said they're done with about 90% of the testing. And so Dean was going to follow up with Rick about that, Rick Rutherford. A number of the contractors, their retainage has been released because they are done. They have finished all of their work. There was a question about the steel contractor, which they're pursuing some issues there. And we approved the pay app. There's a TRUSPA panel issue that Matt is still working on getting that resolved. Let's see. I have a note here about a trench drain that needs to be installed, but they didn't want to do it, and I can't remember what that means.
We don't have to do it. That's the one that Rick Rutherford came and agreed that we did not have to install those.
No, that's something totally different.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
No.
What is it, John?
Please clarify, John.
I thought the trench drain is in front of the library right now.
That's what I thought it was too, but it says that they didn't, my note says they didn't want to come back to install it.
I had the
At this
impression-
time,
I'm sorry, go on.
they didn't want to install it at this time. They were going to come back. They wanted somebody else to finish that one up, but I don't know the details. I can't remember the details.
One thing, addition, you talked about giving Hennessy $80,000 for permits and stuff. Our main concern was we never did get a written report on what they found, and we need that written report.
Yes. Now, can you follow up on the trench drain now?
Can somebody follow up on that trench drain? The trench drain is not that piece that Rick Rutherford said we didn't have to do?
No, that was in the parking lot. The
Right.
trench drain is in front of the library. It's a brick path going there for rain coming towards the building, I believe. I could be wrong. But Rick Rutherford was talking about the 5 or 6
the parking lot.
visual contact with the water retention system.
Right.
Yeah.
The Belleville Police Department asked for plans for the building, which we will give them, or John is going to give them.
I gave it to them about 5 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah. But we need to check if the fire department of Van Buren and or Belleville need them also for emergency purposes.
Yeah. Well, so why did this ask for plans come up at this meeting?
I volunteered that information because I forgot to bring it up earlier.
Oh,
The Police
okay.
department 4 or 5 months ago asked me, and I actually gave a walkthrough with the Belleville Police Department of the high school area
Okay.
because that could be some troublesome area.
All right. And then we talked about some of the things we talked to at the last board meeting about COVID-19 responses that could make the building safer. So Dan had an estimate of $125,000 to add humidification, to add the needlepoint bipolar ionization, and to add filtering. That was also including allowing more outside air in, but that doesn't really have a cost. So then we approved it up to $125,000, and Mary Jo could not be a part of that the last end of the meeting. So it was up to $125,000, and she would choose whether to do all of them, which is what we recommended, or to phase it out. And I don't know if anything came after that, Mary Jo.
I think you were waiting to make sure that,
She was out of the room.
yeah, I had to leave the meeting early.
Mhm.
You wanted to make sure that we had the money, which we do. So
Yeah.
I approve all of this.
Yeah.
It is in the
I
process.
affirm
now,
what you do.
Mary Jo,
What?
it is in the process now, working on these?
I'm working with Dan on it, yeah.
Okay, good, thank you.
And in the meeting before Joy got there, there was discussion about the parking lot still and those poles that remain in the parking lot. And Dean,
This is my dog coughing, I'm sorry.
oh, that's the dog coughing.
Rocky, control yourself.
Right. That's who Mary Jane was excusing. But the parking lot, those poles, which I do think the public might be questioning about those extra telephone poles that are still to be removed. And the DTE finished what they had to do, but there's still some AT&T and Comcast activity.
I believe
the last one. Do you know anything more about that now?
Comcast switched their lines over, but they still need to get their old equipment off the old poles. After they do that, then AT&T can come in and move their stuff over. And I believe since AT&T is the last vendor on the pole, they need to be the ones to remove those poles. So that's where it stands right now.
Yeah.
So the bottom line is those poles are not removed, might not be removed until early next year, but it is in the plan. And anybody who asks you about it, because at this point, it looks like we've made parking spaces right in front of telephone poles. But we've got them all marked, and I think people can understand, and there's certainly enough parking back there. But eventually, our parking lot will look even better, because not only will those poles be gone, but some of the wires will be further away, from a little higher and a little further away.
I hear so many positive comments on that parking lot, how beautiful it is and how
Good.
close it is to the building.
Good.
Cool.
And you haven't observed any more skateboarding in the parking lot?
No skateboarding, just kids on bikes. That's it.
Uh-huh. Well, it's a good space for them to.
It is a good space. It was what she's discussing now is on Sunday. I was walking and I sit at the library on my walk, and there were 4 kids in the parking lot riding their bikes, which I encourage. But the problem is they were going down the bioswale, and it could be a problem. It could be a danger factor. It's called attractive nuisance that we have to address, I think. Skateboards wouldn't use it because at the bottom of the ramp there are stones, aggregate, and they would stop right now, like
They
now.
would have sense
The
enough
bikes could
not
go
to
right
get
through
out.
it.
Well, if we give them ramps on one side of the bioswale, they could just fly over it.
Oh, you have to.
Again, attractive nuisance.
Let's not make a daredevil.
Police and get some stop sticks thrown in there. They'll only do it once.
Well, we'll hope for the best. And the parking lot, we are also very happy to have the parking lot finished, and we're really only waiting for those telephone poles to go, but we're moving along very well. Is there anything else that we want to talk about the building or the grounds?
The only thing that was left on my notes was that O'Neill is going to be leaving us soon.
And, well, particularly Dean. Dean is going to be leaving. We'll still have O'Neill, and Dean still says he'll be coming back. But as far, is he still in his office, Mary Jo?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, well, any of us who want to get Dean while he's still around better stop by his office soon, because I have a feeling after the holidays, we might see less of him, which is sad. He's almost like
He's one of the family.
member of our Belleville Area District
Yeah.
Library family. So that, I think, resolves the building committee report. Any questions from anybody? Because the rest of these committees are going to move very quickly. Item 9B is the Bylaws Committee.
No
John?
report.
No report. Item 9C is the Finance Committee. Tanya?
No report.
No report. And we took care of quite a bit last month. Item D is the Marketing Committee. Alma?
No, just, yes, just that Michelle sent out an email for the art committee to meet in January. I believe it's
Right.
January.
That's Michelle
the
Montour, right?
21st.
Right,
Yeah.
Michelle
Right.
Montour.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, a virtual art meeting, so.
Right, the art committee
She'll-
will be meeting, and it's kind of a subgroup of the marketing committee. And we had talked about the logo, but we haven't done anything about that lately, have we?
Right, not yet.
No,
Okay. All righty. The Personnel Committee. Actually, I was supposed to talk to you, Linda, about this, but here we are now.
I did talk to Mary Jo about it, and we decided to move the director evaluation to next month. So I don't have a report for this month, but we'll be doing that in January.
We've had quite an unusual year, so I
Yeah.
think it's kind of understood about that. Is there any
Right.
comment for anybody? I don't think this is any kind of problem. I think we'll just manage to do the process that we ordinarily do in December. We'll just do it in January.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okie dokie. And then the Policy Committee. Mary Jane?
Nothing.
No report. Well, that moves us through pretty quickly and gets us to these remarkable short meetings that we've been getting along with. Our next item is the accounts payable, which is all in our packet. And this is a time where we consider a motion on this, but we also discuss any questions anybody has about expenditures.
I make a motion that we accept accounts payable as presented.
It's been moved by Dawson and supported by Stoudemire that we approve the accounts payable as presented, but as customary that our members look through, and if there's any questions that we have, I don't have any this time. I'm kind of out of it today. Doesn't look like anybody else has any questions about it either. We have been paying our bills regularly. So I think with no questions, we're ready to take a vote on that. And once again, it's a roll call vote. So Alma?
okay. Jehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Yes.
Jariga,
Yes.
Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes,
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs, yes.
All righty, that item has been approved unanimously. And I believe that was the last item, well, other than adjournment, the last item we have to take a vote on. But now is one of the more interesting, I always find it one of the most interesting parts of our agenda, which is our director's report. Mary Jo?
I am very, very, very happy for Michelle Locke, but I am very, very sad for our library.
Yeah.
Our circulation supervisor, Michelle, is going to be retiring. And
And she's going to be moving from the area.
she's going to be moving from the area, yes. Her husband recently retired, so they're ready to have some adventures that don't involve our library.
When are the interviews?
How
gonna
many
take
years?
place?
She will be sorely missed. She you know, her professionalism, her public service philosophy, her grace are just unprecedented.
She's taken such good care of all of us.
She really has. Everybody on the staff really looks up to her. So.
Where's she moving, Mary Jo?
Pardon?
Where's she moving?
They're moving to the west side of the state.
Mm.
So we.
How many years?
She started in 2008. So it's been 12 years. Yeah.
12 years.
So,
Yeah, I know Mary Jo has been knowing this for a while and keeping herself from tears, but
yeah.
now all of us know, and now all of us can shed. Well, just if you do happen to be able to go into the building, this is the time to be. When will be her last day?
She's willing to work with us as we go work through the process of hiring her replacement.
Okay, so she might be around.
She'll help train. So probably, you know, at some point in January, she'll be gone. But we have a posting ready to go, and so we'll start working on that. It's a little bit difficult right now with the holidays and also with COVID. You know, more than likely we'll have to be doing Zoom interviews, so that's a little bit less desirable. But that's the world we live
Mary
in.
Jane?
So do you think we could get Dean to take her job?
Oh, there we go. What I really wanted, I want to handcuff both of them to the building, actually.
Yeah.
I'm here forever, but.
Is there anybody internally who is interested or who has?
Not that I have heard yet who is interested, but we will certainly entertain that. Our minds are open right now, so.
So that's something we'll keep a close eye on, and it's very impactful to the day-to-day operation of our enterprise.
Right. So we have been muddling through everything so far. Knock on wood has been okay with our building and COVID. There are a lot of our neighbor libraries who have had to close temporarily because a staff member has tested positive, and they've had to close for some deep cleaning and some contact tracing. So I wish all of them well. You know, this is a very easy thing to, you know, for people to pick up. Hopefully, so far it looks like every library's practices that they have in place have you know, stood up to the test. So, you know, hopefully we can get through until there's a vaccine. We did purchase a couple of in-room air filters for some of the office areas in the library to kind of help mitigate, also some in-room humidifiers. So that's one extra step that we've taken. I do have some good news. We partnered with the Chamber of Commerce approached us about hosting Santa Claus. And so last Friday before the fireworks, Santa Claus was in our library in our little circular entry area behind glass with a mask on. And the kids were able to talk to him. They had a microphone system in place so they could ask Santa for their presents and get a picture. They had a bench outside in front of the window so they could sit and get a picture with Santa. And it was a really nice event. I think everybody really enjoyed it. So I thank the Chamber for thinking of asking us.
And each student got a little gift bag. It was very cute.
Yeah, so it's just
And
a
I know
Maybe
Linda
they-
posted it. Did the library post that too?
We did not post it. It was a chamber program, and it was very last minute.
Well, Linda Priest
Yeah.
posted it and it was
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, yeah. They had pretty good attendance though, so.
It just made me think of the programs we used to have. It was very nostalgic for me to
Yeah,
come, because I came down just to watch a little bit, just because I missed the library programs.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this was nice.
Is that Santa chair ours? Do we keep that?
No, we
all
don't, that's not ours. That was
Okay.
to us.
I
so.
did sit in the chair when I was in there before.
On Santa's lap?
Sitting there, and I practiced up being Santa, but no little kids came to wave at me.
That's illegal.
Yes. I
You
may
don't
get in
have a
trouble.
beard and a red suit. I don't think you're allowed to sit in that chair.
I may get in big trouble and get lumps of coal in my stomach.
They don't even know what coal is.
That's true.
Hey, to mention the relative humidity in that building, I brought in a gauge to calibrate what it was, and it's at the lowest. It's at 17, and which is not acceptable at all health-wise. So I'm glad we're getting a system to take care of the patrons and the staff.
Yeah, absolutely. So you had mentioned, you had complimented earlier in the meeting, my staff on some of the internet things that they're doing and Facebook things. If I do this right, I have a very short video I want to show you.
Oh, good.
Douglas on our staff made this video, and it's one of the teachers at, I'm not sure, was it the junior high or the high school, was looking for a little clip to give to our students about how to get a library card. And so Jackie made this video, and I just think it's awesome. So I'm going to.
Wow, Jackie and Noelle or something.
They are so talented. Yes, I'm going to try to show this.
Our library, Ipsy Library, looked at the little animation on the front page, and they want to know how they did it.
Yeah, there's some. Did Amy reply to you on that?
Yeah, she did.
There's a piece of software that they use for that. Oh, no, they do such talented things. Okay, I'm going to try to share this.
You're probably wondering how I got here, choosing books, movies, and music from the library without going to the library. Maybe you want this, or you need it. So you need a library card. It's a little piece of plastic that gets you a whole lot of access. All you have to do is go to the Belleville Area District Library page, belleville.lib.mi.us, and click the little purple button at the bottom of the page. Fill in the library card application and hit submit. Wait for a callback from the library and they will give you your new card info. That card will be good for a month. And when you're ready to pick up the card in person, all you have to do is stop by the building with your parent or guardian if you're under 18 and bring proof of residence. From there, you have everything you need. Check out online or in the building.
Wowee.
Nice.
I just thought that was really cute.
Mm-hmm.
Very professional.
Yeah, very good.
Now, who made that?
Jackie Douglas.
That's right. Great. And isn't she related to Noelle?
Right,
Yeah.
her sisters.
If you get a chance, go on the second floor of the library and look at Noelle's artwork. She's got beautiful artwork on the
Oh, that's hers? Very nice.
Exactly.
beautiful stuff.
She is so talented. They are both really
I've been
so
taking pictures of
talented.
it. It's really cool stuff.
And then Noelle is going to do something. They both live in Sumter, and Noelle is doing something for the Sumter branch. I don't know how that stands, Mary Jo. That hasn't happened yet, has it?
Wasn't she going to decorate the kids area? Little
Yeah.
kids nook or something?
Yeah, we're gonna use her whenever we can. She's
Yeah.
yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, she's just, we've been really so fortunate to have both those girls.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, that was good news. Is that your wrap up?
That's my wrap up.
Well, that's a good one. Excellent. So now we move on to our board comments, our trustee comments. And I'll call on you as I see you on my screen. And so I will start with Linda Priest.
Well, I came into the library last week and Kelly helped me figure out how to host a Zoom meeting. And we did it with social distancing and masks. And it only took a few minutes, but she was very helpful. So I wanted Mary Jo to know she has some nice people working. Very patient.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Tanya.
I just want to say that I am so disappointed that the library is shut down again. So I'm really looking forward to, being able to spend time there with my family because I just had my tour last month. So I'm really excited to get back inside.
No, we're not shut. We just can't have meetings.
Yeah,
Mary
Oh,
Jo.
okay.
Mary Jo. you
yeah,
tell
we're still open for grab and go. You can't,
Okay.
and,
Yeah,
Limited
we can't
seating.
mingle
Yeah.
around
You
and
can-
yeah,
you can
right.
come look at books and check out. And
Yeah, we can do the in and out, but yeah,
yeah,
I just want to like walk around and enjoy
Yeah.
it.
I know.
It's
I know.
beautiful.
I'm
yeah.
with you.
I want to sit down and read a book. You can't do that.
Right, that's what we all, and use that wonderful furniture that we worked
Right.
so hard to get.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad, and I know you have many years of enjoyment coming, Tanya, and hopefully the end of this is nigh. Mary Jane.
Well, one good thing about not having all the chairs out is that they'll last longer. I'd rather have to refurbish something. Anyway,
Well, that's true.
so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I think I got everything. One bad thing about 2020, as if you needed another one, is there's one more day this year because it was a leap year. I'm hoping, as I know all of you are, that 2021 is going to see an end to all this craziness. People get vaccinated and have antibodies and
Yeah.
everybody can mingle and actually sit in a chair in the library. But in the meantime, if there's any way that all of you could maybe at least one day a week, either for lunch or for dinner, patronize one of the restaurants that are doing takeouts. My worst fear is that when this is all over and people can actually go back into a restaurant and sit down with their friends, is that there won't be many, if any, left in our town. And I'm not talking about, Starbucks or Applebee's. Those are important, but those are big companies. I'm talking about the mom and pop type of places like Egan's and the Bayou, Johnny's and Sam's. You can get things to go. They're just as good. They just come in a different container and you take them home and eat them. But these places really need our help if we're going to have them after this is all over. So that's all I wanted to say.
Thank you. Alma.
Well, I was just going to kind of piggyback off of what Mary Jane just said. And I was driving through the communities of Northville and Plymouth, and it is just amazing the support that the restaurants are getting with the outdoor dining. And like her, I feel the same way. Let's support our businesses in the community. As she said, if that's carryouts, that's fine. The thing is, they've been showing on television, a lot of these businesses will not be here next year because they will not be able to survive. So if we can, just stop in, order a meal and get it to go, and it'll mean a whole lot to the owner that we, have taken the extra initiative, and we value them being in the community because it takes a lot to build a business. So, and with that, just Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah, everything to everyone. Stay safe, be diligent. Hopefully sometime next year we will be on the other side of this and we'll be able to meet again and in person. And happy holidays to all.
You too.
Mary Jane, did you have something to add?
I did, and I almost forgot it. We had dinner from their place tonight. Angel Food Catering.
Oh,
We got our Thanksgiving dinner from them. It was delicious, but they're doing pickup dinners 3 days a week. You can go on their website and see what their specials are. Tonight it was a pot roast with vegetables and salad and chocolate cupcakes. And I told Rick after I ate, I feel like I just had a turkey dinner. I mean, it was delicious. So there's another one, and they're local, mom and pop kind of place, and excellent food.
good. Good ideas. Okay, I'm around to John.
Yeah, I try to go to the gym as much as I can and be safe, obviously. But today I was walking past about 4 ladies sitting at the table with their masks on talking, and I kind of eavesdropped a little bit. They were talking about how they're running out of things to do and stuff to do with their grandkids. And I said, well, where'd you guys live? And, well, we live in Sumter. I go, did you realize that you're paying for a new library? It's 31,000 square feet, 25,000 books and magazines and reading material. No, we didn't. We knew we have a library, but we don't. I says, I think we really need to publicize more that our library is open. People need to know this, and for another thing to do, another destination. Thank you. And happy holidays.
Thank you. Joy.
I don't have anything except for happy holidays, and I hope everybody is safe through the next, well, forever, but until we see you again.
Yeah.
Thank
I have
you.
one other
Okay.
question, if at all possible. And this question is directed to Mary Jo. Are we doing anything different at Christmas time? Because I know technically if kids were in school, they would be spending more time at the library, but is anything being done special during that time period for the kids that are going to be out?
Mostly just we've got a variety of craft type programs and story times online where they can come and pick up a craft kit and go. So we're kind of doing things that way. We've got Beverly Meyer, the music lady, is going to be doing a virtual online program for us, Christmas program. So that's going to be coming up. I don't have that date in front of me right now. I don't know if Hillary can find that really quick.
We've got a newsletter coming out. It's got all those dates, and there's a lot of really interesting programming coming up, but I know Hillary knows all this stuff.
Let me see if I can find this real quick. Actually, if you don't mind, I'm going to minimize my screen and see if I can find it real quick here.
Are you doing any teen programming?
We've not been doing a lot. Not a lot, no.
Yeah, we're trying, but
They're tough, yeah.
we're not getting anybody for teen programming. I'm just curious.
We're doing the Animanga Club and so some things like that are working. Oh, let's see, events. See if I can pull this up.
December 17th.
Thank you. I was almost there.
December 17th? Okay,
Yep.
Good. So that's next week, and make note of it, and maybe you can spread the word. And there's nothing like, we're supposed to be ambassadors, and of course John always is, so it's nothing like telling, when you encounter people like he's just identifying that he overheard some people talking, you can talk about our programming. And a lot of libraries are not opened at all. So a lot of people are just assuming that our library is not. So
Well, it's a hard balancing act because we need to keep the people are down too because of the pause, so a lot of people are not coming out.
right.
We need to keep our occupancy down below 30% as well. So, but we do want people to come whenever it's safe for them to do so.
Is it 30% of the floor space?
No, of the occupancy.
Yeah.
What is the total occupancy?
It depends on the area of the library. It's probably it's approximately 60 people in the whole building. So
Is the amount that we're allowed.
first
not-
floor and second
Not
floor.
even
Yeah.
close to that right now.
No, and that's okay.
Yeah.
The more people can be distant and spread out, the better I feel about it. So.
Yeah.
Right. And keeping our staff safe, because we don't, they count in the total count, and we
The
don't
staff
want
counts
them-
in the count
We
as
don't
well.
want them too close to other people.
Right. Mhm.
Well, good. Anybody else have, before I say a couple of things, and we're gonna be done pretty quick on this one too, Tanya.
I see.
Not quite before 8:30, but pretty close. I just have a few things. The end of the year, it's hard to believe that it's already this year. It's been an amazing year. Certainly, it was amazing for us without COVID, and the fact that we have been able to do as well as we have with COVID is amazing. Mary Jane already identified that this was a 1 day longer. This year was 1 day longer, but that 1 day was one of the most exciting that any of us have had, because that was our leap day soft opening. And little did we know at that time that that was probably the biggest excitement we'd have for the year, because we were only able to be open those 2 weeks, and then we had to go into what we've been in. But for us to be ending the year with the whole project finished, with our contract, our construction management firm really at the point of starting to close things down, much as we will miss them, we have been, the gods have shined upon us, but also we've worked really hard. And our management, our director and our professional staff have just been phenomenal. So I am grateful to everyone in the Belleville area library community. And I am very happy that our board team is together and will stay together for another year of working. I do still apologize for coming on so kind of late and out of it today. Once again, having my 3 granddaughters all at one time, and now they start calling. That's about the only thing that would knock me out of and get me all off of whack of getting our meeting started. So you can blame my little 3-year-olds. But anyway, I look forward to enjoying time with them over the next 2 days, even though next couple of weeks. So even though it has to be mutual. I am hoping that for next year, when it comes around to the last meeting of the year, we can have a very happy Christmas party where we can once again hug each other and smile, see each other's smiles, not on a screen.
Yeah, that'd be great. With
that, John.
No, one more thing.
Oh, one more thing.
Okay, I'm chatty tonight. What about the swearing in? That'll be in January.
That'll be in January, and Lisa Martin, our newly elected district court judge, has agreed to virtually. We'll be having a virtual meeting, and she's agreed to take care of the swearing in for you and Joy and John.
Okay, and that'll be the date of our regular scheduled
Well,
meeting?
I believe it's the 12th of January.
And Tanya.
And
Tanya.
Tanya, yes.
Tanya has to be sworn in again as well.
We don't want her getting away.
Yeah, right. Tanya, you can't get away from us. You're here for another couple of years.
I was so close. All right. My pleasure to be here. Absolutely.
Well, it's certainly my pleasure to work with this entire group, and we are fortunate. And next month we'll be doing our evaluation of our director. It's a joy to work with her. I think it's a joy for all of us. And Linda, your comment earlier about going in to help, I don't know what I would do in this pandemic because I'm so technologically out of it. And I have to tell you, the library has saved me so many times.
Yeah. And they do it so nicely, they don't make you feel stupid.
Right. Oh, okay, John, here's your chance.
One small note, usually on New Year's Eve, I go to bed at 11 o'clock, but this year I'm gonna stay up until midnight to make sure this year gets.
How true.
That this meeting be adjourned.
It's been moved and supported that our meeting be adjourned. Mary Jo told me we have to take a roll call vote. So Alma, she's got it on the agenda. She's a task.
Yes.
She's a task.
Okay, here we go. Jehevitz,
Yes.
Dawson,
Absolutely.
Jariga,
Yes.
of course. Yeah. Peters,
Yes.
Priest,
Yes.
Stoudemire,
Yes.
Hughes Grubbs. Yes.
Night, night.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
Take care.
Happy holidays.